Oh, wait a minute. It's me, John Cena Sr. with Bill Merrill, the new superstar at Q. Remember, chicken wings, you want to see those? I bet you never saw pig's wings. Yep, pigs fly. If you want to see that episode, let us know. How about Billy's famous brisket? Out of this world. Want to see that? Down below. And don't forget, hit subscribe if you like what you see. Well, now what we're going to do is, I promise, this is episode 2 of Q. And so what we're going to do is, we're going to show you how to prepare beef and pork ribs. But you know what? Before we do that, we got some in here working, so that when we're done, you're going to be able to see just how these ribs look. And I can tell you right now, they're fall off the bone. Now what I'm doing right now is Bill put me on to this habanero apple barbecue sauce. Now I don't know if it's going to be any good or not, because I'm not a spicy, hot barbecue person, but we're going to find out. And you know what? I might even put it on a couple of the beef ribs. Let's just see what happens here. So now we'll close this up, and by the time we're finished showing you what to do, we're going to be pulling those out. Now I'm sure Big Phil on the other side, he's already got a bib on, he's salivating. I can't believe it. I don't get it. What'd you say? Ginger looked good on Gilligan's Island, and she still looks good on my ribs?
That's it.
Wow. Okay, you know what, folks? I bet you're tired of hearing me talk. So Silent Bill is going to be Loud Bill, because Bill, it's all you. Why don't you do the beef ribs? You know what? Why don't we want to use this tray, or we just want to use the table with some paper towels? How's that?
Let's use some paper towels.
Okay, there you go.
These ones aside for now.
Yep, we can do that.
All right.
Sheet there. Remember, Monique's just keeping time on this.
Always.
Here we go. We throw
Thank me later.
So these, John, what kind of ribs are these? So beef ribs come in all kinds of different things. What
They
kind
do.
are these?
These are beef ribs, and I call these back ribs because these are the ribs that they make or take when they do prime rib. But can I just pick it up for 1 second? So if you'll notice, you can see they've taken most of the meat off the bone. So Billy will show you that when he takes it out. But these I call beef back ribs, outstanding. The other ribs you're referring to is the beef short rib. I call those brontosaurus ribs.
Those are big.
Those are this thick. That what? Look at Phil's going.
Got any of those? I want some of those.
No, Phil.
Those are fantastic.
We couldn't afford it for this show. All right, go ahead.
I'll tell you, the beef short rib, or the ones you were just talking about.
Yep.
Barbecue aficionados say that that is probably the best bite in barbecue. Even above brisket, if it's done right, it's the best bite in barbecue. We'll have to do some of those sometime.
All right, if you'd like to see us do those, let us know. We'll do those big, thick barbecue ribs. Look at Phil.
Oh, caveman Phil, like barbecue. Get them done, boss. Get them done.
Here we go, yeah. Right now, I'm the sous chef. All right, thank you, sir.
So, have a knife.
No, get my boning knife. Would you like that? Oh, you need a butter knife.
There you go.
We'll trim them out.
We'll trim
Would you
them
get
out.
me that black handle boning knife?
The fancy one?
Yep.
So for these, for every rack of rib, unless you get them already prepared, which hardly ever happens, they all have a membrane on the back of the back side of the ribs.
Mm-hmm.
For beef ribs, it's a little tougher.
Try this one right
Here
here.
we go. I see it right there.
This is Dr. Bill, by the way.
Is this the boning knife?
Yes, it is. He's only licensed. Come on down, Monique. Bring it down. Come on in. Come on, Mo. Hurry up. Hurry up, Mo. Come on. Here we go.
Had to look fabulous for the camera, folks.
Come on in, Phil. Say hello. People know who I'm talking
Here you
to.
go.
This is Monique. Oh, here we go. Now he saw.
Oh,
He
sure.
saw. Oh, now I don't want to eat. Oh. And this is Phil.
I'm the only one that gets to smoke a cigar because they're cooking, so hello.
All
We're
right.
the audience.
Here's a boning knife. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
That'll be fun. So do you want to try these?
We're going to have
I
to
will try
blank
those.
that out.
That looks pretty neat.
And belly.
Monique gave me these, by the way. These are put out by Myron Mixon. Greatest barbecue guy in the world. Not that anybody else isn't great, but he's the man from what I hear. You just grab this and see if it'll pull it right out for you, Bill.
That was a dental tool.
This is pretty neat. I've never seen these. I usually use a paper towel because this stuff is really slick.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Just peels right off. That's pretty neat.
Nice.
Thanks, Moniz.
You are
Thanks,
God.
Moniz.
She's always got something to pull that stuff
Was
off.
it All Things Barbecue?
All Things Barbecue is where we got it.
Where I got it.
You got it. I didn't get it. You gave it to me as a gift. Thank you, Bill.
That worked
Remember, folks,
fantastic.
always have a bag. All right. Now you said you want to trim them up a little bit.
Let's just go over them and see what we got. So you kind of when you're doing barbecue and you're doing ribs, you want any of these loose stragglers. Just all those are going to do is it's just going to burn up. So you don't want that. These are really nice. Really nice. All right. So that's those ones.
Billy, hold them up to the camera so the camera can see. How nice
Here we
they
go.
are.
We got the boss.
Nice.
First we got Moniz with her hands in her pockets. Now you can Phil with one hand in his pocket, smile on his face, and he's smoking a cigar. I don't want to know. what
We're
you're
calling
doing,
the
Phil.
shots
I know,
here.
you're
We're the
interested.
camera people.
All right, Bill. So now what I'd like you to do before we get started here.
We're producing, we're directing.
Show me how to put the rub on these. Or should we do the pork first and then show us how to do them both?
Let's get the all the menial stuff out of the way so we can have fun putting the rub on.
Medium.
Because I love rubbing meat.
All right, this show's over.
Barbecue, John. Barbecue.
Oh.
Don't get canceled.
What's that? Get canceled? Is that right? Oh.
Sorry. I'm still a rookie.
No, you're not. Where's the pork? Right here. There you go. You're gonna get another shot at it. You like these, huh?
That's pretty neat.
I told you, these are great. I actually said thank you to her. I don't
Billy,
say-
Christmas is coming up. I'll get you a gift for Christmas.
Yeah.
Only if you
You know, anybody see that little movie, Little Shop of Horrors? That's Phil.
feed me. Feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me, Billy.
Yeah. Oh, God, I don't know. It's good that he can take a joke. He's bigger than me. You saw him. He's like giant. Nice job. I like the way you cut that open. You know what I like about this whole show? I'm just watching you do it. And this guy's an expert. I got to tell you something. Expert.
Alrighty.
Very particular about what he does and the meats he chooses to smoke. Because you know what? There is a difference. And somebody once said to me, "Oh, I can't buy those ribs because they have fat on them." Let me tell you something. There's a famous barbecue fellow out there that does that honey brown sugar. We're going to show you about that on these ribs. He takes the ribs with the fat because it's flavor. Just remember. Just remember.
Just trying to get the garbage bag in there.
Yeah,
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, we'll trim this. We'll trim these two. Just want to. I'm just going to make it easier for myself.
Now,
I'm just
why,
gonna
why is
fry
it you're
down.
spilling coffee all over my table?
Oh,
no, I
oh.
don't care. Get out.
He's not.
I did. I spilled it all over the place.
That's because the table's not stable. Neither is Mo.
Always fix on me.
Here you go, buddy.
Thank you, sir. All right.
All right, let's see how you're going to do with these pork ribs.
So once again, where's my knife? There it is. Just the same thing. You want to get under the. You want to get underneath.
Now, why is that? Why do you want to get underneath like that?
Well, if you follow along the bone, it makes it so much easier to get in there and get the knife all the way through. And then as you're going through, pork ribs are so much easier than beef ribs. Let me tell you.
You did a great job on those.
So as you're going through, you kind of loosen it up as you go, and you get it all the way through there. You can loosen it up. Now, typically, like I said, I would just use a paper towel. It's easy to grip, but we're going to use these nice new
Iron Nixon, I'm telling you.
mixing.
He's got more championship rings, I think, than any barbecue master out there.
They have rings for barbecue people?
What's that?
They have rings? Barbecue?
Onion rings.
Yes, they have championship rings like the Patriots, the losing team, you know, that no. Oh, don't say that? All right.
You're in
Guess
New
where Phil
England,
and
for
Bill are
Christ's
going
sake.
after this? They told me make sure the show gets over by noontime because Phil said,
Free food at Richie's house. Me like food.
we know who the real crookie monster is.
So those worked beautifully with the.
Well, you know what I think,
Because I
brother?
started at the start.
You started in the middle. I think if you start at the
here.
end, yep, you
Yeah,
wouldn't have
I
a
think
problem.
I think that would have been perfect.
Yep, I think you're right. So
But, you
we can
know.
get it. We can do it. There you go. Got
That's
it.
what the paper towels.
You want the butter knife? Get back underneath. Yeah, try going right there. I'm talking to the master here. It's the student talking to the master.
My taking me a little longer, that's all. I like these though. It's fantastic.
I'm telling you, it's a great thing. It's great. It just does a great job. Got to give Myron credit for that. And why are we getting all this off? And I'll tell you why we're getting it off while Bill's taking the membrane off the back. First of all, we want that rub to permeate. That's the first thing. The second reason we're getting it off, and there's really three, is we want that rub to sink right in there, and we want the smoke to get inside the whole rib. Third reason, ever taken a rib and bite it, and you get that membrane on the back? It doesn't smoke out. It's chewy. You probably will choke to death on it. We'll do another rack. We'll give those to Mo, and then we won't take the membrane. That's why you don't want to do that. Make sure on the beef especially, that's really, really tough. But on the pork, you want to get it all. Here's your knife right there, sir. You want to get it right off, trim them up nice. These are St. Louis ribs. A St. Louis rib, and let's clear one thing up. People go, oh, what's the difference? There is a difference. You know, there's baby back ribs, which come off the back upper part of the pig. Very small, very tender. Cook a lot faster. St. Louis ribs is made from the whole spare rib. And you don't have to buy St. Louis ribs, which I did, if you don't want to. You get yourself a full spare rib, right, Bill? And what's the first thing we do? We find the cartilage that's right at the top here. Take your knife and follow that all the way along. Remove that piece. Don't throw it away. Let me tell you something. It's great on the Q. Great on the Q to make those little nubs. And then across the bottom, do the same thing. Clean it right up, and you now have St. Louis ribs at half the price. St. Louis ribs are expensive, but I prefer the St. Louis. What do you got?
Try.
I don't want to put this like right on.
I got some more towels right here. You need some more towels?
Yeah.
Should I dampen
So I
them?
can trim it up.
This man's like a surgeon, no kidding.
I like to, I've got a knife in my hand. I got to be careful.
Billy, give us a little show of the ribs so we can see what they look like, buddy.
All right. So
How beautiful.
that's a beautiful rack of ribs. I love St. Louis ribs. Love them, love them. There's, you can see all the fat marbling and everything else.
And I told you, you can make those yourself. And again, when you take that piece off, a lot of people will say it's no good. Let me tell you something. That's the best part of barbecue on those ribs. They come out with those little, I call them riblets. And if you don't want to do that, I'm 100% Italian. I used to take that pork, cut it up a little bit, put it in with an olive oil.
Were you
and put it in
okay?
the sauce. You cut yourself?
I made them.
Nah.
Well, let's see.
No, you look good.
Take your finger out and
Where?
see.
Take the glove off. It's all right.
Uh-oh, we might
Not over the ribs.
Ah, no, the ribs.
Yeah, but it's not.
No, you're fine. You don't bleed. No, he's. Ooh, want a Band-Aid?
Yeah, let me get
Just
Band-Aid.
tell me what you want to do. I'll finish it off.
First
I
aid,
was just
first
trimming
aid.
off the edge there, just to make them nice and.
Let me get him a
yeah.
paper towel.
It's all right. It happens. I've got many war wounds.
Here's Phil over there going, no, I know a good lawyer. Come on, Phil.
I'm just thinking this is going to take longer now.
No, it isn't. No, it's not. You'll get to see your Patriots play.
Yeah,
Now, there's stuff that we don't want on here. As a matter of fact,
that's what I was doing. I was trying to. You want to line it up. You want to make it pretty, right?
yep,
Food
pretty
is
as you can.
as pretty as you can.
Because we eat with our eyes.
Exactly.
So here, right here, not very nice. Let's get that out of the way, right?
Nurse Mo is coming to the rescue.
All right.
Let me put on my nurse shoes.
Go.
Excuse me, everyone. This was the best part. I'm on a little bit.
Do you want to leave that piece on or take it
Dry
off?
one. Here's a dry one.
I was just gonna like
Want to take it off?
flatten it off. Yeah, cut it so it's so it's basically even. And you want to save that because if you look,
The shoes
that's a
make my
nice
legs
piece of
look
meat
longer.
Right there. Yep. That's some really good pork. Excellent.
All right.
And what we do is we can even save this and we'll throw it on the smoker. How's that? All right. Now what do you want to do now? You want to put the rub on?
Do you need a new pair of gloves, Bill?
Just one.
Let me
just
get
need
you
one.
some.
Actually, let me get both since I'm touching this.
All right.
Oh, I'm good. It's just a little butter, that's all.
And the camera's still rolling, right, Phil?
Camera's still rolling.
Wow.
Right.
So I'll tell you what. While we're waiting for her to get the Band-Aid and gloves for you, let's play the game. So let's do what you like to do, and that's have a binder. All the binder is really about is you want something so that the rub will stick to the meat. I use mayonnaise. I've used olive oil. And Bill, he's a fan of French's yellow mustard. And you know what Meathead said? And I agree. Come on down. And what Meathead said is water works well too. So water is great. Don't hesitate.
Very much, Mo.
And tonight, guess where I'm going with Moniz? Halloween Overload in Lee, New Hampshire. It's been rated many, many years as the best haunted house, one of the 13 best haunted houses in the country.
8 o'clock tonight.
8
Past
o'clock
my
tonight.
bedtime.
Who knows? She may not be with us the next show. She could get goblined up. You never know. All right, Bill, you ready?
I am ready to go.
Please.
Yeah, we have that. That's all right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, back in action.
Should I have given you a Band-Aid?
That's okay. It'll all catch in there. We're all good.
Billy's a warrior.
It was barely nicked. I'm good.
Okay.
All right, so
Goodbye,
binder,
Phil.
like John was saying, the binders, it's just to help the rub stick in meat. And you might think that, oh, aren't you going to taste mustard? Not at all. It will get that flavor. You will not taste the flavor at all. There I go, rubbing my meat again, John.
Well, look at John's apron. Why don't we talk about your guys' aprons? Oh, they might cancel
Bill
you,
has a great
John.
apron. It says, the man, the meat, the legend, Bill's Smoked Meats, low and slow since 2010. So how long's he been doing this? 13 years. He's got 2 years on me. So what does mine say?
We'll go back to Bill's.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Go ahead, Bill. Give me the shaft.
All right.
My son got him that.
Now I'm going to ask you a question. Are you a fan of a lot of rub, or as I like to say, you want the taste of the pork or the beef to come through, so you don't need, I've seen so many people say to me, gotta put a heavy coat of rub on there. You don't have to put a heavy coat of rub on there, especially if you're going to sauce it at the end. You don't want to do that. You know what? Just enough so that it adheres to the pork and we get the taste. That's what we're looking for.
Some meats will take more rub than others.
Like brisket.
Some, yes,
Yep, brisket,
absolutely.
beef ribs, they'll take a little
They'll
more.
take more.
Yep, we'll do
but
that.
Pork is a delicate meat. You don't want to overpower it because you want to taste the pork, right?
Let me get my cup out of the way.
John, do you want me to grab another tray or something so it might be easier so it doesn't stick to the paper towel, the rub and everything? I can grab a different tray?
Well, Bill's
Or
doing
you good
this.
with that?
No, I think we can work with this, don't you?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, go
we're going
ahead.
to work through it. All right. So here's the rub that we made last episode.
That's right. This is Bill's pork rub.
Nice.
As you notice, I just want to call your attention. You see a lot of rub going down on that? No. Just enough rub to make sure that meat is good.
Good hand motion too.
All right.
You do that
You
well
pat
as
it. You don't
John
rub
too.
it. Pat it.
Okay, I don't know what kind of show you people think this is. It's all about Q. Barbecue. All right, so now we do the other side. Is that what we're going to do?
We're going to get your table a little messy.
I don't
Yeah,
know
get it
what it's for.
messy.
Stainless steel.
Here comes the wind for this.
Which way looks over? There you go. Wow. Wow.
You want to make sure that you get the sides. You'll taste those too.
Nice.
That one's done?
That is done.
All right.
Very nice. Hold it up, Bill, so we can see it all rubbed.
So typically what you want to do, or what I do anyways, is I'll let this sit for a good 15 minutes.
Look
before I
how
put it on
nice
the-
that looks.
before
Yeah,
I
you
put it
can
on
see the amount of rub.
That lets the salt go in there and start pulling out some of the moisture. It's fantastic.
So why don't we do this right now? I'm gonna pull. We got some in there cooking, so y'all can see what we did.
All right. Now
And we're gonna give you a secret on the ribs that I like.
I'm gonna
You
grab
want me to do the beef, or you gonna
You
do
can
the
do
beef?
the beef.
I can do the beef.
Uh,
No, I gotta get my hands. No, you're already dirty.
you want me to do it?
Well, you get
I'll
up.
get the mustard. I'll do the mustard. You can put on the rub.
There you go.
All right. One hand wet, one hand dry.
Get
had a
the-
little bit of budget for the show, so I went to the dollar store.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, we
Yeah.
can use
Oh,
that.
look at those. Look at they
Yeah,
match
bring
the
them right
season
over.
too.
Put it right there.
Fall.
Yeah, thank you, Moniz.
You are so welcome.
Oh,
Thank Dollar Tree.
My God.
Throwaways.
It goes with the season too.
Yes,
Goes
of
with the season. It's
course.
beautiful.
Wait till you see your dishes inside. They have leaves on them as well.
And it's funny you talk about the mustard. You know, when I do brisket, I rarely tend to use a binder.
Really?
Yeah, it's just,
Well, it's fatty and watery enough.
yeah, it just seems like it doesn't really need it.
What are some other things you can use for a binder on ribs?
Mayonnaise, I've used mayonnaise, olive oil, and water. You just want to make sure that the meat is moist,
Good
so that
question.
when you put that rub down, it will stick. And that's really all it's for. When Bill talks about a binder, all he's really talking about is, you know, we want to make sure that the rib we have, the rub we have, is actually going to stick to that meat. You did a good job here.
I made a mess with my coffee.
That's okay. I'll clean all that.
We can fix that while you're doing.
No worries.
All right, so let's use Bill's rub. I'll let you the back first.
You can move that glass thing over if
Flip
it's
it
in your
over.
way.
Now this is Bill's beef rub, so I guess I'm just going to kind of. Do you want to go heavy or light on
Oh,
this?
that's beautiful. You can go.
No, I like a little heavier on the
Yeah,
beef.
absolutely.
That's what I like. I don't know.
Like we were saying, some meats can. You don't really need overpowering, but some meats can take more meat, more rub than others, for sure. Beautiful.
Now we're gonna finish her up. I'll give you my secret on beef ribs. Bill will give you his secret on beef ribs. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have one heck of a time and one heck of a feast. Now these ribs are gonna take 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours. We're gonna get temperature at 205 in here. 205.
That
There
is
we go.
low and slow.
That's what we're looking for, low and slow. So now, first thing we're gonna do for you. Monique was kind enough to go into the house, and she got some plates. So Bill, if you grab the tongs, right on the other side.
All right.
Let's take off these beef ribs, see if those are done. How do we tell if they're done, Bill?
Well, a lot of times you can see the meat starts pulling off from the back, off from the bone.
Yep.
You can also, for beef ribs, it's a lot tougher. But you'll see when we pull those, you can get a flex test, and you can tell.
All right, let's hope these beef ribs are done. I think they are. We get a little bit of a bend in those.
Yes.
All right,
Okay,
so
all
let's do this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to tell you about the pork ribs that we did. One of the things I like to do with, first of all, pork ribs is
These are beautiful.
these. Go ahead, Bill, right there. That's all right.
Oh, look at them falling
This
apart
one
already.
here, I sauced it with his jalapeno apple candy. So habanero, we might just put a little bit more on top because we're going to serve. And you want to just caramelize that. Now, what we did in the other ones. That's, you can go on that? All right, good. So now what we did here. The trick to these ribs is, I like to do them 3 hours. See if there's the other benders in the ribs. Bill talked about that. I bring them inside, tin foil, parquet, sprayed margarine, a little bit of light brown sugar, and wildflower honey. Wrap them back up, put them back in, and I'm going to tell you something. It's a rib that you will not forget. Let's get the other. She have 2 plates. One.
I had to, yeah, that's the other one.
There we go.
That's good.
You got it?
Why don't we do this? Will these fit on there?
We got ribs. We want to cut them up. All right, that's good. All right, good. That's good.
Whoops.
All right. There you go. Take your
I
ribs,
took-
put them right over here.
All right.
We'll cut them up for them when we're done. Now the trick with my beef ribs, this is dark beer, so we want to throw the beef in, and like I say, these puppies are going to go for 5 hours. And now we have these beautiful pork ribs. Going to put those in right now, and they're going to go for 3. And then we're going to take them out. We can wrap them. Going to see a little bend. Then it's time to start. So what do you know? What I think we should do?
Can I have it? Can somebody come with a tray and hold the rib so we
One
can
second.
see?
Why don't we clear the
Okay.
table first?
That is important.
So if you'd like to see the pork ribs first,
Watch your step there.
those are our pork ribs.
Let me come. Okay, there we go.
Okay, those are pork.
Lovely.
And then what we're going to show you now is, and hopefully they're cooked, beef.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Remember the open call for camera person.
Look, he even does dishes. All right,
We'll
you're
work
welcome
around
back
your
anytime.
schedule.
All right. So what we're gonna do is, let's use this tray and wipe this down. We haven't violated any head codes here. All right, so which would you like to cut first there, my man? Beef?
Let's go for the beef. Why not? That's
Okay,
beautiful.
you want to use the serrated knife for the beef, or you want to use the bone knife?
We'll use the big knife.
All right, you got it.
All right. I don't know how you do them,
Go ahead.
but
Yeah, do it your way, Bill.
it makes a lot of.
Do it your way.
Beef ribs are tough in that the ribs go all over the place. You could probably tell. So it's a lot easier to cut them from the back because you can see where the ribs actually are.
Right.
Looks like they're
Look at
done.
that. Oh yeah,
Maybe overdone. Got a nice smoke ring on it.
absolutely.
See that? I hate to say it, but I did these ribs and they look like they're dry.
Well,
We'll see.
we had to do things because, magic of TV.
Don't worry, the audience will let you know.
I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sure Phil will let us know.
It's no good. Me want cookies.
So,
That,
you know what I want to do?
that looks really nice though. Look
It
at
really
that.
does. You want to bring
That's
one
it.
up close?
That's beautiful.
Let's
John?
show you the. See that smoke ring? That's what you're looking
I don't know
for.
if we can really.
Tender beef, smoke ring.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow, I'm not even worried.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh yeah, these things are so meaty too. The beef ribs, they don't look like it when you go in. They look like it's all bone, but
Yep.
there's a lot of meat on these.
This is prime rib, by the way. Hear what Phil just said?
I'm trying to eat. Yeah.
Is that another bone right there?
That's probably, yeah, that's pretty much. Whoever gets that one, they're gonna get the whole.
All right, so
shebang.
there's beef. Now, what do you say? You want to do the
Oh
pork?
my God, it smells so
All
good.
right.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Why don't we?
Good. Put those there. Let him.
Oh, Phil say, I hold tray. I hold the tray.
I'm
boss.
sure you will. All right, so let's do this one. This is the one that we use the apple habanero. Put that one right down there. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to show you, or I'm going to show you, and I'm sure Bill's going to agree. You can see how I wrapped these. And when we wrapped them, we actually put the juice in there. You can see these are way done, more done than I like them. But underneath here is the brown sugar. You can actually see that. And so let's cut these up, Bill. See what we got.
All right. These look delicious, and that habanero is gonna be good. All right. These are definitely what we call cauliflower.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's okay. So you don't want your ribs to be like this. It'd be easier to use this knife. I think it'd be easier to use this
Yeah,
one.
you might be right.
I don't think I am, 'cause it definitely is. How are the beef ribs, Phil?
He didn't eat
Haven't
one
tried
yet.
them yet. I'm waiting for you guys.
But I by accident got a little bit on me and tasted it. Wow.
This way, I find it easier.
Absolutely.
So here we go with ribs that I'm not really happy about. But remember, for the magic of TV, I had to cook something ahead of time. Ooh, this is probably better.
The flavor is gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, the flavor's great on the others. Do we want to try them on TV?
I think you guys work so hard. Oh, look at that.
He's cheating.
Oh, how is it?
What did? Dustin Wilson used to say, "Close the door, lock the doors, close the windows, don't let the neighbors in." That's how good it is.
Goodness gracious.
Oh,
Goodness gracious. Okay, like the audience is waiting. I read, and that'd be us.
That's yummy. That is
Okay.
yummy.
They're making us wait, Phil.
Sorry. That's too good.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's wrap it up and
You can see these ribs are done more than I like because the bone's showing on that one. Let's open the second one, see what we got on that.
I'm dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. That's a good wrap right there. Still a little more than I like. See the bones? I don't like that. But if you flip it, you can see that brown sugar is already caramelized on that. More than I like, but it's good.
And the thing about this is you don't have to put sauce. If you put the stuff in the wrap when you wrap it, you don't need sauce. A lot of people like saucy ribs. I'm not a fan.
Me neither. I like them just like that.
Oh, that's, see that's beautiful. Look at those. Those look great.
Beautiful. All righty.
Well, this is John Cena Sr. with my partner Bill Merrill. Remember, if you like what you see, hit subscribe. If you want to see chicken wings, crispy chicken wings, and pig wings, let us know. And if you want to see Bill's famous brisket, let me know on that too. Until next time, maybe Bill and I will be catching up in the kitchen with John Cena Sr. Right now, I don't know about you, Bill, but come on. I think it's time for ribs.
Let's go eat.